I'm Kate Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all-the-time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a look at The Fallen, issue number 1. Even while the Second Civil War rages all around them, the heroes of the Marvel Universe need to take time out to have a funeral for a friend. What will happen next? Let's hop on in together and find out, shall we?
Alright then, so as the comic opens up, we can see the entirety of the superhero community, as well as Hulk's own Warbound, have showed up for the funeral of Bruce Banner. Honestly, it's actually pretty amazing to see the Warbound again when you stop and consider we haven't really seen them since World War Hulk. Then again, Greg Pak is writing this book. Greg Pak is also writing the new Totally Awesome Hulk, so it only makes sense for him to bring them back here and now. What have they been doing this whole time? I want to know. There's a mini-series for you. The funeral is being held under some rather stressful circumstances. There's the whole Civil War II hanging over the proceedings, but moreover than that, there's an army of angry people outside. Yeah, despite saving the world as much as he did, the Hulk didn't exactly have a huge fan club, and there's a strong portion of people who are happy that he's dead and that they no longer need to fear his rampages, so much to the point poor Rick Jones catches a bottle to the head. Before a full-scale riot can break out, however, things are calmed down by the late intervention of the Silver Surfer of all people. Yeah, Norrin Radd comes by to hang out, which makes sense considering that he was also involved in the Planet Hulk storyline, and he's able to calm the crowd using the power cosmic, which, as we've established before, is the best power ever because it can basically do whatever the hell you need it to do, and in this case, Silver Surfer uses it to calm everybody's tits. Even though the funeral is over, Hulk's closest friends and family still have much work to do, mainly notifying people who still need to be notified. Betty Ross decides to talk to her father, the former General Ross, now in prison for crimes that he committed. Ross sheds no tears for the death of Bruce Banner, and I mean, really, are you surprised? Moreover than that, he blames his daughter, saying that she's working some sort of angle coming to him now. Now, it's interesting to see that we know Thunderbolt Ross is going to be on the US Avengers later on, so he will be getting his Red Hulk powers back somewhere down the line. Next up in the next of kin is Scar, the Hulk's son, who had his powers taken away by Doc Green, a fact of which is never really mentioned in this story, even though you feel like it would be important to note, but hey, whatever. Scar never exactly had the most healthy relationship with his father, the Hulk, or Bruce Banner for that matter, but he does shed some tears for his loss, and the Warbound embrace him like a friend gone too long. Now that everyone's back together, there's only one thing left to do, and that is hear the reading of Bruce Banner's will, which, as you might have guessed, is overseen by Matt Murdock. And again, this is fitting because if you remember the Mark Waid run on Hulk, it was revealed that Matt Murdock is actually Bruce Banner's personal lawyer. Once again, kudos to Greg Pak in this comic for the nice attention to detail, but also really you're going to avoid the whole Doc Green stuff with a 10-inch pole, huh? They play a video message from Bruce himself. He talks about how sad he is to be gone, how he'll miss everyone, but more importantly, how he doesn't want them to be angry about his death. After that, it's gift time, and you gotta say, Bruce Banner was one hell of a gift giver. He gives Doctor Strange and Tony Stark some important scientific information they were after. He gives Rick Jones his Jimi Hendrix guitar, which the Hulk had a Jimi Hendrix guitar? That's amazing. How did he get that? He also splits his personal fortune with all the different members of the Warbound and everyone else at the table, a pretty substantial sum actually that Banner had been using secretly to repair the Hulk's damage. It's the last gift though that he gives everyone that might be the most sweet. It's an egg timer. He says always dealing with his anger and emotions taught him to take his time, and in the future he hopes his friends and family will do the same. The Fallen issue number 1 ended up being a really sweet, really unexpected, really enjoyable story about the extended Hulk family that struck a personal chord with me. I don't know if I've mentioned it elsewhere before, but the Hulk is my favorite Avenger, and to think that, you know, they just kind of offered him up to die in the main Civil War II event without really dealing with the fallout was unfortunate, but luckily Greg Pak in this book gave me, you know, all the closure that I really needed on the character who, let's face it, won't be dead forever. He'll be back just in time for Thor Ragnarok, mark my words on that. It seems much like its predecessor, The Accused, that came out last week. These Civil War II one-shots end up being the only must-read books in the entirety of the Civil War II event. In fact, they're probably the only tie-ins that actually tie in. If you're a Hulk fan, especially if you're a fan of the Greg Pak Planet Hulk, World War Hulk era on the character, then I would say The Fallen is definitely a must-read and something that I think you'll enjoy a whole lot. Overall, I give it a very strong 9 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.